Thank you for choosing WattchIT. WattchIT comes in two versions. The web-based version of WattchIT, which is what I'll be demonstrating to you today, and the iPad version of WattchIT. Both are identical in nature. One has a sign-in and one does not have a sign-in requirement. If this is the first time you've come to this screen, you should click on Start a New Account, which will then send you an email advising you of your sign-in credentials. If you have forgotten your sign-in credentials, simply select Forgot Your Password option. I'm going to go ahead and sign in with my sign-in credentials that was sent to me by email. I'll agree to the license terms. You'll be presented with a screen that gives you the option of entering your home name, my house, or a street number. Say OK. You'll now be presented with a list of rooms and options to create each of these rooms in your home. Once you've done that, each room will be entered with sample data for you to start with. So here we are. There are the various rooms that you can select from, how many kitchens you have, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, and you simply select this option and change the number to what it is, the quantity in which you have. So in this case, 2 bathrooms. And then you click Create Rooms for My Home. This creates a room for each of the rooms you've selected in the previous screen. Now, on this screen, there are some options before we begin that you should be aware of. The first is you can change the name of your home by simply selecting the title, in this case, My Home, and I can call it, let's say, My House, and say OK. You'll see My House displayed here now. It also informs you of the estimated monthly cost of the home, in this case $112.15. On the same screen, you can select a title of each room in order to change it. So Kitchen 1, I can change to just read, let's say, Kitchen, and that will change to Kitchen. And likewise, each of the rooms. You'll notice some rooms have red percentages, while some have blue. The red ones are the 3 largest consumers of electricity in your home. And you can select that text to display the cost per day, the cost per month, and the cost per year of that particular room. The next thing we can do from here is that we can navigate from room to room by simply selecting the actual room icon, and that will display here on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, the cost is displayed, as well as the room items and the energy used percentage of your home. Now, to add a new room to your home, you can select the plus symbol, which will give you a chance then to select the kind of room you want. So in this case, I'm going to add another utility room. You can name the room and say OK. The system will then provide you with this new utility room. To delete that same room, you click on the X symbol up here, and then the X next to the room you want to delete. A dialog will confirm that you want to delete this from your house. You say OK. And then you click once again the red X to get rid of the red X's on your screen. Now, to view the details of any particular room, in this case it's the laundry room, you simply select Laundry Room, View Details for the laundry. And the details for the laundry room would appear. If, for instance, I chose the kitchen, and then said View Details, the content for the kitchen appears. And there are a few items here. I'm going to go ahead and add a new item to the room. I'm going to add, for instance, a KitchenAid. Let's say 36-inch stove is what I have. And there are the cooktops, 36-inch types. I could enter my model number, but instead I'm just going to choose this first one. You'll notice the wattage is here as well for you. And if you highlight any one of these, it actually displays the text underneath it. So let's go ahead and click this first one. And there it is, cooktop smooth top width in inches 36 with 630 wattage. The use per day is given to you, approximate usage, in this case 15 minutes per day, and the cost per day is displayed as well. Now to delete this item from this room, simply select the item you want to have deleted, click the X, confirmation is displayed, say OK, and your list of rooms there, the list of items in your room is displayed once again. On the bottom of the screen, you'll notice the total cost per year for this room, the total cost per month, and the total cost per day. I can look at a graph of this room by selecting the graph option. And here you'll see each item that's in my room displayed in graph format. The refrigerator has the largest consumption. And my yearly cost for all 14 rooms I have, and you'll see how the kitchen has got the highest cost. And by clicking on Done, the screen is closed. And any changes you make on the screen, in order to change a title, simply enter into any box that says items, and you can change the quantity rate from here, you can change the wattage rate from here. Any changes you make, the moment you leave the screen, or leave the item on the screen, it's saved automatically. It says that here, changes are saved automatically. And then just say Done. Back on the screen, if I want to look at the Home View graph, I click on Home View, and it shows me my progress as to which ones are the largest consumers of electricity in my home. Again, the kitchen. I can view the dollar amount instead of percentage, and there they are. $34.75 per month is consumed by the kitchen. You can see the number of rooms here, as well as the number of items within the rooms. Say Done. You can click on the energy tips. This is where you get lots of useful information about tips in relation to the home. So in this case, you can choose any of the categories. I've chosen heating. And then from here, by choosing any one of these tips, you can notice on the right hand side how much these items would cost you if you're trying to take advantage of them. In this case, there's some which are free and there's some which are not. By clicking on the one you want, it'll reveal a full description of what this is. So in this case, 24% of the home's heat is lost through windows. Wrapping your windows with plastic is a low-cost option to replacement that can reduce this loss by 50%. So significant savings, but the cost would be about $25. Click on Done. We have the option of an energy calculator. This gives you a chance if you're shopping somewhere in a store and you come across an appliance and you think you're going to have 2 of these things, and its wattage is going to cost going to be about 100 watts, and you're going to use it about 4 hours a day, and click on Calculate it. You'll get the cost per day, cost per month, and the cost per year. And that helps you determine if you want to actually buy that item. The user settings shows you who you are. The electricity rate, the all-important rate for cost per kilowatt hour. It can either be entered manually. If you know the rate in advance, just simply click in this box, change the rate. It's always a decimal, so 0.149 is 14.9 cents. Or you can go to your electricity bill and select the total dollar amount you paid for the period on your electricity bill, including taxes. Then enter the amount of kilowatt hours used as per that same bill. And then by clicking on Update, it updates the cost per kilowatt hours which the entire system uses to determine your costs. Clicking on the Reset option, when you choose that, it gives you a chance to reset. If I click on Reset, it says this will erase all data and start over, continue. Saying OK will actually start over, giving you a chance to start selecting new home or room items and so forth. And the Quick Help. Quick Help gives you a brief idea of what each element on the screen is capable of doing for you. And then Closing Help closes that screen. The last option is the ability to change the room picture. By clicking on this little pictorial, it comes up and gives you a chance to choose an image other than the original image. Simply select one from here, or drag and drop one from your desktop into this blank area. So if I were to choose that option, you'll notice it actually shows the same image now I've chosen, and by applying this image, it'll apply it to this room. Otherwise, click on Cancel. And then we can go back to our home, which is an overview of your costs. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this demo. It has been brief, and so we thank you so much for using WattchIT, which will help you to conserve the electricity you use in your home based on having the knowledge of what each item in the home costs. Thank you.